Issue 1, the US bill. A bill to confront Nigeria's untouchable big men just dropped in Washington, D.C. Was it day before yesterday? For years, Nigerians whispered, Nigerians hoped. Where are the names of these people? Now a US bill is putting names into official discussion, names of people we know financed terrorism, people who have been implicated, names. That is what Nigerians want. They want them no matter the reasons, because the various reasons. The proposed bill in the United States Congress is titled Nigeria Religious Freedom and Accountability Act of 2026. That is the name of the bill in the United States Congress in Washington, D.C. This bill was sponsored by these U.S. congressmen: Chris Smith of New Jersey, Riley Moore of West Virginia, Brian Mast of Florida, Mario Diaz-Balart of Florida, Bill Huizenga of Michigan. Those good human beings compiled this bill. This bill was fashioned and still worked on after the Christmas Sokoto Caliphate Trump Tomahawk strikes. Something had to come up. This bill requires a comprehensive U.S. government report on religious persecution in Nigeria and mass atrocities in Nigeria. Now, media reports from Solace Base, NPO reports, and others indicate that this draft language proposes the following: visa ban, to ban all those big men, asset freeze the assets in the United States, possible magnitude sanctions, stop their children from coming to study in the US, and the specific names reported as mentioned in this bill include Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, Mieti Allah groups, Fulani ethnic nomad militias. This is important to say. We always list facts. You know about this show. This is a proposed legislation. It is not enacted law yet. No sanctions have yet been imposed. But we can't wait. We want sanctions. We want this man sanctioned so that people will stop dying. My opinion, and the take of the Kwankwaso, sanctions against these men and the organizations are long overdue. You know how many lives could have been saved? U.S. Congress, I beg you to do it now. We thank you for this, but move quickly and exact accountability from these powerful Nigerian political actors, as no one would do in Nigeria. No one would do this to them. They are the rulers. They rule. They claim they have a constitution, but they rule. Today, we are only going to do one name on the list, and one name we would like on that list. Another podcast, another name. It's going to be one podcast per name. So let's start with name number 1 on the list. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, former governor of Kano State. We are going to politically indict Kwankwaso. I thank the U.S. senators for having his name on this list. There's been too many whispers. Kwankwaso is not a neutral actor in this debate. He's running around Nigeria as a politician. He was a central political figure during Kano State's adoption of Sharia criminal codes beginning in 1999 to 2000. I remember those days. Obasanjo let him get away with it. Obasanjo. Those codes include blasphemy provisions punishable by death. That is historical record, ladies and gentlemen. The expansion of Sharia across northern states at that time, a very specific period, I've named it for you, 1999-2000, was deeply controversial. It's not as if the country accepted it. Obasanjo let it happen. Christian groups, including SCAN, strongly opposed it. Christian Association of Nigeria. It marked a profound shift in Nigeria's legal architecture, creating parallel systems in parts of the country. You have one country, 2 laws. Supporters who supported this Sharia called it religious autonomy. Critics argued that it deepened sectarian division in Nigeria and it institutionalized equal citizenship. That is why some are more equal than others. That debate has never been settled, and it has never fully been scrutinized internationally. Now they're looking at it with a lens all over the world for more than 2 decades. Nigeria's political class largely escapes sustained accountability on religious freedom issues. They travel to UN, see them wearing big agbada, walk around. Nobody knows the wickedness that they left at home. That era may be ending. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2026, laws that carry death penalties for speech cannot escape international scrutiny in a globalized world. Not in this world today. Nigerian diasporans have flooded DC. Go there, you're going to see them all over the place. And they are now actively engaging US lawmakers on religious freedom concerns, giving them the facts. Facts that have been taped for decades. That is political advocacy. That democratic process. That should be praised. We should praise those Nigerians. So the question for Rabbi Musa Kwankwaso is simple. It's not complicated. I see him trying to give excuses and issue statements for Americans. Does he still stand by blasphemy punishable by death? That's the question. Is he prepared, Rabbi Kwankwaso, publicly and clearly to renounce that bill, that Sharia? If you believe those laws are just, let him defend them openly. Let him come to CNN and talk about how Sharia is good. If he does not, Rabbi Kwankwaso should come out publicly and say so. Let him not hide behind press statements. Hide behind Tinubu. Silence is no longer neutral in 2026. This is 2026. You can say Ribadu, you can say Remi Tinubu, but people like Kwankwaso have to answer. You should fall. As you can imagine, they keep responding. Let me give you Kwankwaso's response. To be fair, Rabbi Kwankwaso and his political movement, Kwankwasia in Kano, and the NNPP, the party founded by Kwankwaso, has rejected the reporting and these claims I just made. They've described it as malicious, politically motivated, and lacking evidence. They argue that the foreign interference and reputational damage is bad for Nigeria, as if they didn't used to go and troop there to go and beg Obama. That is their position. My own position on Kwankwaso, I'll give you my position, the Ofion Kwankwaso position. I support the provisions in the bill that seeks to ban visa, that seeks to ban Kwankwaso from entering the United States. Don't allow him in the United States. I support that bill 100%. I, in addition, support another provision that people don't understand. It seeks to freeze his assets in the US, assets of the people like him. Wham! Let us see how he and his co-travelers will continue supporting blasphemy laws in modern 2026 Nigeria. Of course, APC, Tinubu's party, responded. APC that is absorbing every party by force, essentially, technically. The APC also criticized the proposed sanction because they are hiding. APC is hiding under Tinubu and Tinubu under APC. They argue that no individual should be labeled or sanctioned based on allegations. Really? Is Kwankwaso aware of what Tinubu, what Ribarukeman said in DC? They say that the process must be evidence-based. In Nigeria, evidence in Nigeria. Again, that is the official stand. A place where the courts are totally compromised and bought. My stand, APC is giving excuses for its failure to protect Nigerian citizens. Nigerian courts have been compromised, they've been bought. Good. We have presented both sides. I have presented my own clear opinion and that of the Ofion Kwankwaso on that proposed bill, clearly without equivocation. If you noticed, when I presented my opinion, I did not stutter. That was my opinion. Deal with Kwankwaso. This issue is bigger than the El-Rufais who run around Nigeria as if they're privileged more than any other Nigerian. It is bigger than Kwankwaso. It is bigger than even Tinubu, who is now proving himself in a position where he's working for them. It's about whether Nigerian political elites believe that they are untouchable, that nothing can ever happen to them no matter what they do, and whether the world is finally watching. Simple.